Maybe you're feeling lost. Maybe you're feeling you have to hurry and rush. Maybe you feel like giving up because you can't really see what's ahead of you or where you're supposed to go or who you're supposed to be. You just know that you are in pain. But it doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. You have the ability to feel. You're human and you're not just a soul. You have a body too that is able to sense all different things that can lead to a lot of painful things, but also a lot of beautiful things. But there's this idea that we somehow need to exist in a certain way to be right, or for things to feel right or feel good. And we look around on how other people live their lives, trying to figure out how we're supposed to do it, and whether or not they've figured it out or not. Spoiler alert, they haven't figured it out. Everyone is just kind of stumbling through. Some are just better at fitting in or pretending to. And then there are some people who just can't pretend. And you might even be someone who doesn't necessarily look like or seem like someone who's carrying a lot of things. You might seem from the outside as if you're someone who's just doing your own thing. Maybe you're quite independent and you take care of the things that need to be taken care of. Maybe you don't really ask much help from other people. Maybe you've been hurt a lot. There's this frustration because it feels like you've been trying again and again and again, trying to succeed in something, trying to become something, get something, go somewhere. Maybe you even tried to ask for help again and again and never really succeeded in getting the help that you need. And it just makes you feel more and more sad and frustrated. When people say, just ask for help, just reach out, talk to someone about it, it's not as easy as that. Because it's very vulnerable and it requires a special person to catch you. So I get it. I really get it. And I get your frustration. I understand why you want to give up, that the pain just becomes too much, that you're trying to figure out a way out of it, because you're trying to stop the suffering, you're trying to stop it, and when nothing works, nothing helps, then the only thing that's left is giving up, thinking about how to end it or how to just shut it off, to not feel so much, to not be so lost in the suffering. You just want to be so anchored in yourself, so safe and so loved and cared for as who you are, so that you can rise above that pain. But instead it's like it's become you. It's like it flows through your veins almost. It's become so physical. Maybe you're even experiencing physical pain from all this emotional turmoil, which makes sense because it puts a lot of strain on your body and your mind to be in so much pain. And I guess I just want to remind you that I know that it's rare to be met with compassion. It's rare to be met with acceptance and mirroring from someone. And so I wanted to make this video because then hopefully those who are looking for that compassion and looking for that mirroring can listen to this and know that you're not alone. I see you. I feel the things that you feel. And it's so painful to have to go through so much suffering and have to go through it alone. But nothing is wrong with you. You did not choose to feel this way. You're not broken because you feel this way. I hope that you remember that no matter what you feel, you still deserve to be here. And that there is someone beneath all that pain. There's such a lovely person, a being who has been pushed down by life so many times. A person who is innocent and vulnerable and just deserving of so much love and care, even if you're not receiving that in the way that you hoped you would. It's devastating and it's lonely and it's painful to be in so much need of love and care and then constantly be met with the opposite. It's frustrating because you start to ask yourself, what did I do wrong? That it must be something you did to cause this. But we just live in a world that's so used to not caring, where there's more harshness than softness. And when you feel a lot, and when you feel things deeply, it's hard to meet someone who feels as deeply, cares as deeply, and can mirror the depth of your pain. And so I see you. And there's nothing you have to do. And there's nothing you have to do with the pain. And there's nothing you have to be, because you're so worthy. Even when you feel that there's no you left, that is all just pain. Even when you don't see any hope or don't see any future ahead. You're not even at a crossroad. You feel like you're at the end of the road. And that's a painful place to be. But it's also a place where life invites you to simply be where you are, even if it's painful. To treat yourself with care, even when the world doesn't care. To slow down with yourself. Treat yourself softly and kindly. Hold yourself like a delicate flower. Be so attentive to yourself. Be in that quietness. Be in that nothingness. Be at the end of that road. Because that's also a beautiful place to be. Because maybe it's true. Something is ending. But it's not what you think it is. It is not the hope that is ending. It is something else that you're letting go of. And so you don't have to go anywhere from here, and you don't have to do anything from here. Because everything is already inside you, and you're already whole, and you've always been whole. You're not lacking anything, and you're not missing anything. You're not behind. In this place of nothingness, it can be dark and painful and extremely lonely. But it's also in this quietness that you can really hear your being, the life that you are. When everything gets ripped off of you, when you're beaten and bruised, crying out, wanting it all to end, and you choose to stay. You choose to be, and just witness the person that is experiencing all of this right now. Witness the person that is crying out in pain. Witness the child that has had enough, that can't go on any longer without that love. That is the end. That is what you're letting go of. You don't want to live in the loveless land anymore. You want that road to become a crossroad. You want that road to open up. You want to run out into an open field where you will be showered in so much compassion and acceptance, where you will be so held, so cared for, so loved. You're in pain because you're longing for that love. And you're looking for it around you, not being able to see it anywhere or find it anywhere. And that creates more pain. But you realize that that love is also inside of you. What you're calling for is actually inside of you right now. The answer is the question. The fulfillment is already inside you. You have so much love, so much life, so much care inside of you. Because the reason you suffer, the reason it hurts, is because you know that you're worth something, that you do not deserve to feel this way, that you deserve that love, and you can meet yourself there. You can step off the road. Leave the road. Leave the path of lovelessness and run into that open field where you're free to be exactly who you are. Be cared for and loved for who you are. That is your job now.